Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Is Liam still in love with Steffy? Hope Logan is suspicious. The Bold and the Beautiful is setting the stage for another lovely Lope wedding on the butt. Hope Logan and Liam Spencer's I-do's could be ruined by his old wishy-washy behavior. Is Liam's second ex-wife a cause for concern for Hope? Find out by continuing to read. Below are spoilers for what will happen next on The Bold and Beautiful. Both the holidays and Hope Logan and Liam Spencer's eagerly awaited nuptials are quickly approaching on Bold and Beautiful. Although Beth, the couple's daughter, hasn't chosen a date yet, she has already started organizing the big day and created a guest list. Nobody wants to be someone's second option, and general belief on the internet is that is precisely what Hope Logan is to Scott Clifton. Even though Steffy Forrester is married and off the market, that didn't stop Liam from trying to get back together with her on more than one occasion. She rejected him though. Some people argue that Lope is only together again because Steffy wouldn't leave her husband Dr. John Finnegan. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Liam had shown interest in Hope once more before to receiving his cancer diagnosis. However, Liam immediately returned to his married ex-girlfriend Steffy after learning that he was dying. In actuality, Steffy is the one who took dying Liam under her wing and stayed practically every day in his hospital room when he thought he was dying. It wasn't until Steffy Forrester left town, and Liam needed someone else to hold his hand and spoil him that Hope began spending a lot of time with him. Right now Hope and Steffy are in the midst of a truce, but will all that alter when Lope's wedding date grows closer? Soap spoilers hint Hope might begin to worry about Steffy and Liam's continued closeness. They undoubtedly became very close during Liam's fictitious tumor. Could the erstwhile rivals start butting heads again over their mutual ex? Grave danger for Luna. Lee pleads for surrender. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for suggest that fans will see dire danger for Luna Nozawa, while Lee Finnegan pleads for her granddaughter's police surrender. For starters, Deputy Chief Bradley Baker will stop Will Spencer from racing after Luna in Thursday's B&B episode. Baker will warn that it's too unsafe and encourage Will to stay inside the beach home with Elektra Forrester and Ivy Forrester once they arrive. Elektra will be happy that Will is all right, and will want clarification on his most recent altercation with Luna. Will should admit Luna said she lost the baby just before she ran for the beach. After Lee, Sheila Sharp, and Poppy Nozawa dash over from Il Giardino, they'll grab flashlights and head out to find Luna. On Thursday's episode, Lee will attempt to reach Luna's potential for good. Lee will urge Luna to do the right thing and turn herself in regardless of whether that actually exists. Lee won't want anybody else to suffer harm, but Luna might be the most vulnerable in this situation. By having Poppy tell her again that her daughter is dead and by having Luna imply that she may as well be dead after everything she has lost, B&B has been giving her deadly Luna hints. Luna might meet a fatal end as the fog grows thicker, and she fights the impending pursuit. There may be some deadly moments ahead, whether Luna is killed in an accident or someone else causes her terrible agony. Luna might die as a result of her beach run, or it might send her straight down a cliff or into another dire circumstance. Spencer, Bill. This startling Luna chapter, which may put an end to her narrative for the time being, will also feature Katie Logan and John Finnegan. Of course, if Luna's body is never recovered, it may leave things open-ended for a return stint at some point. Deacon's search party. Will's grief. Luna runs. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful are in. When the police arrive, fans may anticipate Luna Nozawa fleeing. It's conceivable that Will Spencer will be saddened by his unborn kid. Additionally, Deacon Sharp and his team look for an escaped prisoner. Let's discuss what will happen in the CBS soap opera as we continue to read. Let's begin with Luna. The young woman recently told Will that she lost the baby and has nothing left without him. Will texted Bill Spencer to let him know Luna was there while she had her back to him. Luna made every effort to win Will over while the police were on their way, but she was unsuccessful. Luna snuck out the door as Will went to welcome the police. The weekly teaser footage reveals that the cops look for Luna at night. Other people also search for the fugitive. Let's discuss Will before moving on to the search. Will had come to terms with the fact that the baby was not born out of love. The baby would be adopted by Bill and Katie Logan, who intended to raise it as Will's younger sibling. It might be best if the baby doesn't survive, as I said in a post last weekend. Numerous things may go awry with this adoption plan, especially because Luna is the child's mother. Returning to Will, Luna's bombshell will startle him. He will undoubtedly experience some loss, despite the fact that he never desired a child with Luna. Electra Forrester worked alongside Ivy Forrester at Forrester Creations. Then Electra found out that Luna had broken out of jail and was with Will at the beach home. Will meet Electra and Ivy at the beach house. Before long, a few individuals stormed through the entrance. Deacon and Penelope Poppy-Nozawa will be those individuals. Sheila Carter-Sharp and Lee Finnegan. In the preview video, Lee is seen using a flashlight to look for Luna in the shadows. Poppy can be heard calling her daughter a little bee. Lee begs Luna to surrender herself in the meanwhile. Will Luna be apprehended and returned to jail? Will she be deemed dead after falling off the cliff? Or might she just disappear without a trace? Which plot thread are you most eager to see? As her former victims relive their anguish, Luna confronts Will. In the living room of his new home, Will was astounded to see Luna. "Will, I risked everything," Luna yelled. "I had to pay you a visit." She affirmed her dedication to him and the possibility of a family future when he questioned how she had arrived at that point. She said that she had seen his social media picture with Electra when he asked how she found him there. She was directed to the beach house by that ad, which also provided her with his specific location. Luna desired for her goal of creating a life with Will to come true. She claimed that she had to see Will because being around him centered her. The prison would come hunting for her, he reminded her. Luna told Will that she couldn't lose him to Electra because she wouldn't listen to logic. Luna begged Will to wait, but he pledged to call the police to let them know where she was. She vowed that their life together would surpass his expectations. He insisted that they would never be a couple despite Luna's pleas for him to love her. Will stated that he didn't want to hear from her again, unless it was about the child, and that the baby was the only thing they had in common. When Will inquired about the baby, Luna seemed to imply that something terrible had happened to her unborn kid by rubbing her stomach and gazing down at it. With tears in her eyes and a great mystery looming over the scene, she gazed up at Will. Ivy and Electra looked over some of the jewelry line's designs at Forrester. Ivy was grateful that her niece dropped everything to go back to work. Ivy requested for an update on them after realizing that she must have drawn Electra away from Will, and feeling guilty about it. Ivy continued to wonder if Electra should pursue a future with Will, and was concerned about how much more she could handle after what she had gone through. Regarding Will and what transpired the night of the baby's conception, Electra reverted to her victim mindset. She acknowledged that Will expressed regret for the incident and questioned whether they would be together in the future. She thought their love would get them through it, even though it was difficult to imagine living with Luna as co-parents. She felt confident in a future with Will, and she didn't think Luna would intervene in her relationship again. Luna was unable to carry out any more horrible crimes since she was securely imprisoned in a cell. Steffi's thoughts were consumed by the suffering Luna caused Will and Electra. She hoped that their family would be able to recover from the havoc that Luna had thrown at them. Steffi acknowledged their bond and said they were still in tune with one another, despite Finn's concerns that she felt abandoned. He told her that Luna was no longer in their lives when she inquired about his feelings for her. Finn assured her that his daughter, a serial killer, would not be able to hurt her. Steffi asked Finn whether he ever considered what may have happened if he had brought up Luna. He acknowledged that he had, and that her course may have been different if he had been able to participate in her life. He was thankful that she was securely imprisoned despite the what-ifs. Steffi was aware that Finn continued to think about Luna, even if he didn't feel sorry for her current situation. Steffi talked about the nightmares she still experienced as a result of being abducted and imprisoned by Luna. "I'm always going to hate your daughter, Finn," she informed him. Bill kept complimenting Katie on her ability to be a strong mother. He urged her to calm down because Luna was incarcerated for life. Because Luna was in Will's circle, Katie became enraged over the status of his life. She detested the fact that Luna had singled out her son and destroyed his future. Bill assured Katie that they would work together to help Will deal with all of the difficulties brought on by Luna's crimes. Katie wished her first grandchild's circumstances had been different. Will spent the rest of his life living in a nightmare after being exploited. She was concerned that the child would be a continual reminder of what had transpired. After telling them about all the anguish Luna had caused them, Bill promised to make sure she endured the remainder of her life in her cage. Poppy wanted their meeting at Il Giardino to end as soon as possible. Lee requested Poppy to switch to the iced tea after accusing her of being higher than a Kai. Lee was taken aback by the way her sister gave birth to Luna. The fact that Poppy clung to Finn and became pregnant infuriated her. Lee held Luna's mother entirely responsible for the monster she turned into. Lee questioned whether Poppy had paid Luna a visit in prison since their last encounter, but she affirmed that she hadn't. Lee recognized Poppy's struggle with the notion that Luna was descended from her. Neither believed she could contribute positively to society. Poppy declared that Luna was dead to her, and no longer thought of her as a daughter. She was being too harsh about her new feelings for Luna, according to Deacon, who stopped by the table. Poppy informed him that she often paid her respects to his two best friends, and reminded him that her daughter had killed them. Deacon detested her because he knew she had no remorse for the crimes she had committed. He didn't think Luna would regret killing his buddies. Lee concurred with Deacon that Luna lacked empathy and was unchangeable. They all wanted her to spend the rest of her life behind bars, so she wouldn't be able to harm anyone they cared about. Why it was wrong for Bill to give Will the beach house. The house was utilized as a daycare center most recently. However, it was closed following Luna's criminal rampage. Who could forget when Luna shot Liam and Sheila after taking Steffi captive on the property? One would think that no one would want to live there following the awful events that occurred. But Bill didn't want the land to be wasted. In order to get rid of the bad energy, he engaged a spiritualist and cleansed and sanitized the area. Bill made the decision to give his son Will the house as it felt and looked like new. Will accepted his father's gift even though one would think he wouldn't want to live where his brother was shot. Fans aren't happy that B&B decided to make this place Will's new residence. That beach house has been broken into, one reviewer said. After the most recent crimes that occurred there, I would never have given that place to my son. One admirer commented, "It doesn't seem to matter where crimes or horrible things happen, the sets are still used." Luna is adamant about being with Will. But with the police pursuing her, her plot might be foiled. The young criminal may become desperate as Luna's family and the cops pursue her. Fans are also aware of how hazardous Luna can be in tight situations. It's possible that Luna will continue to commit crimes. More tragedy might occur now that she is back at the scene of her most recent crime. Would Elektra or Will be her victims? Or will Luna's crossfire catch someone else?